Start streaming.
You lost it all, you geeky bastard.
You flew too close to the sun.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I can do combat.
that's how we're starting it. Session 17. Our Birdman Colonel losing it all in a high stakes gambling match that he's playing on the side here to make some loot. Why?
Faceless bastards.
That's what happens, man. The house always wins.
They rigged the cards on the higher stakes game. Those bastards.
They just chuckling as they're sweeping up their winnings. Like, better luck next time, kid.
Fuck.
What's the penalty for cheating in this town?
The penalty? Hanging.
Just fucking racks a bolt on the 50 cal. Say again.
I says you was cheating.
Which version of the 50 cal?
Say again. Now give me 5 minutes to set this thing up.
All right, actually no, double or nothing. Throws a shotgun down on the table.
Oh yes!
Oh hell!
Yes! Yeah, there's definitely gonna be somebody there who's gonna match that bet.
So okay, what are they throwing down? There's two of them still left in the game.
Double or nothing. Shotguns down. Do it. Do
Three
it.
shotguns and oh my god, towards okay.
Oh, come on. All right, so this high stakes game, it doesn't make much sense if you're just looking at dice like dropping on the table. So gambling this game is just a straight up high roller wins. That's all it is. And you're just doubling whatever you put in for your own pool. So if you put in 100, you get back 100. Well, so you walk out with an extra 100. And it's very simple, very easy. It's something players can do in downtime to make quick money, but as we can see, you can also just lose it all. Because it's random, the skill level of the people you're playing against. So they could be just as skilled as you. And they're base humans, so their base perception agility score is usually, or intelligence is usually 30. So they don't get any they don't get any additional bonuses. They just get whatever bonuses they get from the skill. Turtle wins, go! Somebody fell for that double or nothing. They're like, oh, shotguns. All right, well, now we're playing for relics. The whole room gets
here
quiet.
comes the big one. Anyone pissed they lost to a bird?
I mean, yeah, it's a beast human, but thankfully you're in pit forward, so not that bad.
Everybody's amicable. Losing all that money and their shotguns.
Not bad. They're amicable. And where are you doing this out of?
Zulu Bob's.
Zulu Bob's. So that's a location
in town.
Yeah. That's a location in Pitford. So it's funny because OBS can I can jump between different screens and bring it around to different areas, but I'm not going to do that. It's too much.
What do you get?
Yeah.
What is gambling stuff again? I don't remember.
Just what stuff?
Give me the basic. What do you get? What is the gambling scores? Like I know, like there's a skill where you get more bonus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to remember what is like the attributes for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
intelligence and perception divided by 2.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I've been doing this like for the past 2 days. I'm honed in.
Yeah, intelligence and perception divided by 2.
Okay, so
Then plus 10 per point of gambler skill.
decent bonus of what is that? 62 plus 64 would be 126. 106 divided by 2 is
basically 62.
62? Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, because it's just round up. And so, yeah, you have a score plus 62 to whatever you're trying to do. So you roll drop D100s.
I mean, I'll put in something small like, what is it?
100 gold. 100 gold. Go big or go home.
I don't have 100 gold. I have a lot of silver. I don't know how to convert that, though. I mean, I got 5,000 silver. Because I don't fucking use it.
I think it's 1 to 100, right?
It's 100 silver pieces.
Yeah, 100 silver pieces to 1 gold. Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. It's 10 silver pieces to 1
10
gold.
silver. Okay, yeah.
We're gonna start working with platinum soon.
Yeah. We're going with D&D metrics. Got some plat.
So Would be 5,000
What's the other
100.
currency that nobody uses in D&D?
Electrum.
Electrum.
Because Electrum is the equivalent of like ancient
currency. Yeah, it's ancient D-based currency. They were shaving the edges.
It'd be like paying in lira now.
Yeah, it's always funny because you can never find ancient coins that didn't have like their edges clipped.
I converted from silver to gold because that makes it much more easy on the eyeballs. I now have 500 gold pieces.
There you go. Just keep in mind when you have that on your person as gold rather than silver, and it's silver. And so for those listening, you can only carry so much in a pouch. And really, that simulationist side of the game is more for the dungeon master than it is for the player. Not dungeon master, the game master than it is for the players, because that makes it so that when I have a pickpocket come through, you can only steal so much.
Mm-hmm.
But if you convert it all to gold, obviously you can carry more wealth with you, but you can lose more wealth very quickly.
Yeah. I mean, 5,000 silver pieces on a single person, that's going to be a heavy bag.
You're right. That's a heavy bag.
5,000 to 500 gold pieces. Now it doesn't look like I have as much. Instead of looking like I have like this big pouch on my side, I now have this much smaller pouch.
No, it's a good logic too, because like, what's the likelihood of someone going for somebody with, not great looking clothes, who's just walking around with just a small kind of flat pouch?
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, it's
well, it depends. There was a big target that got hit recently, so a smart pickpocket starts going for smaller fish.
Yeah, it doesn't want to get dragged out. So, coin pouch, according to the book, Trade Goods, can hold 350 coins or 1 kilogram of material. It's got little straps. Now, a hip sack can carry up to 1,700 coins.
So gambling is just D100 plus whatever I have for bonus.
It's correct. And you're playing against another group of people. So if we're going into Pitboard, if you're going into Casino,
because hey, if I can start doing this, I would love to get some gambling skill.
So you could try spinning the wheel of luck.
Yeah.
What do you do? So this is an accuracy only trait.
I don't have rate of accuracy. I only have an accuracy of 82.
So you it's 1 to 100 silver to spin the wheel, and has things like a 50% off coupon for any services, a double your current bet amount. You can kiss the Skullock. Yeah, all sorts of possible things. You can win a bullet.
Back of the head.
Yep, they just drag you out back and
I
shoot
was
you.
gonna say at what speed exactly?
Like you win too hard.
So we're not going to get into it just, you'll have to do this on a sidebar thing because there's a lot of details, but in the Pitboard book, we can get you the table. It's a poker card game, actually has a bunch of little rules that go with it from this area. And
just standard gambling.
Okay, standard gambling, we'd have to set up a group of NPCs that go against you, so that would be... Does anyone else want to gamble while we're at this? Because they're going to sit down at a casino and might as well throw some dice around and maybe get a chance to win something, lose something.
No, just put down a pot of 100 gold.
100 gold. Jeez. Okay, so we're not playing small amounts here. So let me see how many people you got playing with you.
Yeah, Colonel perks up with that.
Yeah,
I don't now.
Okay, now we're into it. You've got 5 individuals willing to compete.
Django's willing to play the spin.
All right, 1 to 100 silver for the spin.
Yeah, I'll do 100.
Rocco played once and lost, so he doesn't like gambling anymore, and Linda is doing his best to keep his head low after a certain event.
But I need you to help me carry all this silver out.
Okay, so 3 of the 5 are skilled gamblers.
Oh shit, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just rich.
You're playing with the big boys now.
I'm rich. I'm not good. I'm just rich.
I guess, yeah, I should spend money for my... It's been a week, you said?
Yeah, what are costs? I don't
The
think
cost of
the
living.
reason
yeah.
he doesn't have 500 gold because he needs to have spent some of that on stuff, and so do the rest of us.
Cost of living here is actually quite cheap. It's over in the other sections. Let me pull up.
It's 4 times the price of overpass, technically,
Yeah.
because of the water and food imports.
Yeah,
so.
water, food stuff is what gets you. But somebody already paid you up for a week anyways already. Somebody already paid for that for one of the places you were staying at.
Oh,
You are well.
for food and water included? I thought that was just a
No,
roof.
that was just a safe bed.
Yeah. So what about food and water for a week?
Food and water for the week. So probably eating at Conrad's Bar and Grill. Or one of the
Sure.
other smaller places. Yeah. So we'll just take the prices right out of there. It's not going to be too crazy.
Yeah.
So Conrad's is on here somewhere.
I got it.
There it is, page 23.
Yeah, it's not cheap. Well, 24 is where the prices are. I mean, it's not that expensive either, though.
No, so
Although this is
basically,
like single meals, so you'd have to like figure for 3 meals a day, I assume.
2 probably.
True. Fine.
Yeah.
How much water do we need to drink a day to be healthy?
2 liters.
2 liters.
How much
Uh,
is in a glass? Because it's a glass of water is 9 silver.
That's a certified
250
water, so you
milliliters.
can. If you're under duress, you're moving around, you need several gallons, but for the sake of simplicity, we'll go with 1 liter. And of just maintaining like battle readiness and not being too dehydrated. For what I got here, for what I'm looking at, the general costs are, it's looking like each day you're running a tab of not depletive living, but simple living, 35 silver. No, sorry, not 35. About 40 silver a day is what you're looking at.
Anyway, it's a week, so 7. That times 7 for
Yeah.
bare minimum.
Yeah, for bare minimum, and that just makes sure you're not losing anything, you're not gaining anything. You just, you're sustaining.
Currently, you need to
average
spend
lifestyle.
more than what you did. Yeah.
I was going to make that 500.
As I say, it looks like for water, it's D20 plus 20 silver per liter in Pittsford.
Yeah,
So that alone is pricey.
yeah, it's half of it. That's why I'm doing the food the other side of it. So if we
Got it.
average out at 40 silver a day, not too bad. So 40 times 7.
All right.
So you're looking at
Colonel
280.
initially spent almost not even enough for a week.
Wait, sorry, what?
I'm sorry, I just thought it was funny. Like, oh, 250 sounds good, like on fine living. And to me, like, yeah, that sounds good. And then we found out that's not even enough for a week of like basic food.
Yeah, it's because you are in Pitford. It's just everything's being much more expensive.
I mean, those pigeons are pretty cheap, so.
At least the beds are affordable.
Just moving on.
It's like you're just getting charged for being in a vacation spot. It's like, oh, we went to the beach, and it's like a hot dog is $12. It's like, oh, cool. Is it at least like beef? They're like, no, just guts. Good.
Where's the Costco?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go down there and buy some. They're like, that's illegal. Yeah, you can't bring that on the beach.
All right. So Thud's throwing down I don't know. I charge myself too much. No, 300 silver for his costs. Just minor upgrades for food and things like that is what I'm thinking.
So when you go above modest, the concept is that you are treating yourself. And if you have a
Right.
character, if your character is somebody who is like wants to treat themselves, obviously, or if you have like addictions, then definitely your cost of living goes up. But there's also benefits whenever you're eating in better establishments. You make better contacts. You're seen by people who see you spending money.
Well,
you
maybe
have
I'll
a
spend
more
then.
enjoyable time. Yeah. You're going to have a little bit more enjoyable time. So this kind of goes back to one of our first sessions when I was having you guys go around Overpass and I was asking you about like, hey, do you want to go to the movies? Do you want to spend 10 silver to go to the movies? Because you made contacts that way. Like you had a good time. And some of you guys like spent money like on people just around you. They're like, hey, let's go see a show. Let's go to an event. You know, like you do with friends, you know, go out. And it unfortunately, you know, takes a little bit of cash sometimes. Or, you know, you just go gambling. Like, hey, let's go blow all of our income spinning this fucking wheel. And I think that I already had... Who was going to spin the wheel? It wasn't Sancho, because Sancho's still in the hospital.
No, it was Django.
It's Django. Django's gonna pull the wheel.
Yeah,
So,
I just lost 100 on it.
yeah, plus nothing. Just D100. Oh, sorry, your agility.
Yeah, I thought it was accuracy.
Accuracy, sorry, accuracy. So what'd you get?
Okay, let me go ahead and roll it.
I'm gonna go back to that table. We still got
Am I
the milk.
doing a hazard, or am I doing a...
No, just a flat D100 roll.
Oh, okay. Like plus accuracy or what?
Yeah, throw that accuracy on top of it.
Okay, then we're looking at 148.
I gotta find that page again. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh god, which one was it?
That's okay. You can go to the others if you need to. I can look it up.
Well, that's where all the stuff is that I'm trying to look up right now for all the gambling. You gotta do that too.
Mm,
What page is that on, Beans?
Sorry, which one?
No, the casino.
Oh, Super Bob's is like 96, 91.
91. There it is, Zulu Bob's. Yeah. All right, so what do we got for spin the wheel of luck? What was the score?
146 or 148.
148. Damn, that's what you rolled, huh?
Well, 36 against my accuracy of 112, so
No. Okay, hold on. That what is your deviated score for accuracy?
the D100 was 36. My accuracy is
Yeah, your base.
112.
Yeah, but what's your bonus for accuracy?
Bonus for accuracy?
Yeah,
18. Or, well, my SV mod, 18.
18. There we go. That's the number I need.
You said direct accuracy.
Yeah,
You
sorry.
shake
This is true.
Yeah. I should have said your deviated mod. All right.
That's fun.
You said 18?
18
So
for the
54.
SV. Mhm.
Sensual massage. You lose your bet amount, but you get a free private massage in a back alcove with the pick of either a fine young man or woman. Their time generously donated by Cleopatra's brothel. As a marketing scheme, this is supposed to be a non-sexual massage. While you recline on a padded chair.
What is the look of disgust on their face regarding me?
Professional.
Your new wife's gonna be jealous.
What do you mean my new wife? You mean my child?
Oh, no.
I don't have Oh, no, that's right. I forgot. I'm married to that.
Oh, no.
I'm married to that cyborg whore. All right. I forgot about that.
How much were you drinking that day?
I don't know.
Enough.
A lot.
I had a whole bottle of whiskey.
Enough.
Actually, yeah, you know what? I am going to go take that and I am going to give that to the kid. I will watch while that is occurring.
You just made that so much weirder because of the next line I'm going to tell you.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
My hand is on the hammer of my shotgun pistol.
That line isn't going to appear. They decide to not say what was going to be on the script.
No. No, don't let me stop you now.
Nope. They just give the massage. They're like, okay, on your way now. Good. Oiled and down and everything. Yeah, that's we're not gonna make that weird at all.
And speaking of which, I should go shop for clothes for her.
So we got Thud, who's off carousing on his own. Thud's just having a grand old time. He's upgrading up to 400 silver the week.
Yep.
Not,
And like I
gold,
said-
not gold pieces. You don't mean gold pieces.
Oh no, that would be too much. I don't have quite that much.
I was gonna say it's like Thud's out there just slinging
I used to have that
4,000
much.
silver.
I used to have that much.
You used
but I
to.
don't.
Yeah, it used to be rolling
Yeah.
cash. So with Thud at least spending a little bit over the base minimum, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna eat well. You're gonna drink well. You're gonna have some contacts that you can make. So what I'm gonna do for you is I want you to make one free personal contact.
Okay. How does that work?
So what you're gonna do is in your character sheet, you're gonna
Oh.
write down personal contact, and you're gonna have the location be Pitford. And since
Okay.
you're eating and drinking or you're entertaining yourself, I want you to think about Thud's enjoyments or foods that he eats, like within the price range he's trying to do this at. And so choose a personal contact that would be in one of those areas. So maybe his fun time is to go to the arena and spend a couple extra coins just betting on pit fights. Maybe he makes a contact with a security guard or a person of interest or a or like a lady friend or even a guy who just knows the town and knows where to get good seats, good shows, stuff like that. He finds somebody who he can like get information from for free.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, and so you'll have to provide a name for the person and kind of their specialty, and then we can utilize that. Rocco is spending out quite a bit more money, 560 for the week.
Yeah, I just doubled the amount because, well, you see, his day is very split up because most of it he is sitting on top of a roof recharging batteries for a man he's kind of whatever about. And he's grateful for the free beer that's being provided to him. But after that, he will, if he's not, shooting the shit with the half Skollox, he will leave, go to Taylor's Eatery and spoil himself a little. And then to end his day after that, he'll either check in on Django's new kid. Just kind of, and just uneasy about that situation in general, but then goes to bed.
Yeah, freshly oiled. It's himself a good oil job. So for Rocco, you're looking at somebody probably standing within the merchant class to have a contact with. It's a middle upper tier society.
What kind of merchant?
Depends on where Rocco's been spending his time. So
Taylor's
looking at
Eatery.
Dale's Eatery?
No, Taylor's.
Taylor's.
Yeah, he goes to work, which is just
Taylor's.
sitting on top of a roof all day because, soaking up the sun.
Oh yeah.
Then he goes to Taylor's Eatery, eats up, then goes back to the Prospector to, and then goes to bed.
All right, so Taylor's Eatery is a slop house.
I thought there was a nicer one.
There is a nicer one, but it's not Taylor's. Taylor's is across the street from the Champions Fighting Pit, and you can spend money there and make a lot of friends really quickly.
What is that? Which one? Sal's Bakery? Wait, what's the fancy one?
It's got a bit of a
Conrad's
rowdy
Bar and
crowd.
Grill.
Like
Oh, the Bar and Grill. I think that's where I meant to say. My bad. Because he's purposely trying to spoil himself. Rocco works hard. He deserves it.
Sorry. You're going to
Conrad's, I think he's meaning.
Conrad's
Yeah.
Bar and Grill.
I don't have the book, so I actually don't know all the fancy places. Unfortunately.
So Conrad's is the place that you guys have gone before. It's more for private drinking establishments, small
hell yeah, that's where
tables,
we'd go.
much more personalized.
People leave him alone. He'd love that.
Yeah. And you're going to get good steaks. You're going to get clean water. You're going to get good wine. You're going to have, like an actual physical menus brought out to you that you can select from and then kind of enjoy your meals. They do have, I'm not gonna say crass prostitutes there, but they have women of refinement who frequent the area and will try to pick up on Roko. And it's really up to him whether or not he seems immediately as somebody who he doesn't want to socialize with them, or somebody who will pick up a conversation with someone who invites themselves over.
I appreciate it, ladies, but I'm unfortunately spoken for. I do have a friend in the hospital, though, who might need some company. His name is Sancho. You can go find him there.
Not those kinds of ladies. They probably won't, but they, you can probably assure that somebody in there is going to want your favor at some point. So maybe Sancho gets a, it's the little extra bonus when he wakes up in the morning.
I get it.
Yeah. Damn shame to put that morning wood to waste, right?
Ow. My ribs hurt.
Yeah, like, no, still pain. Oh, that's kind of nice. Oh, no. So, Roko, for the most part, staying lonely. Working, eating well.
Well, he's making. Well, I guess I was kind of more leaning towards his contacts would be just still, making good with the half skull.
Yeah, okay, making good with the half Skelux.
Vibing with them. He vibes with them a lot.
They're not banned from many locations.
Goodness. Well, I mean, like, I figured the only time he'd really see them is, I don't imagine they're eating at the, bar and grill with him. No,
they mostly eat at home.
So he would be on the roof and, like, when they have time during the day when their father isn't riding them.
Yeah.
He just, they'll come up and he'd share a beer with them and just, shoot the shit for a while.
Okay, so these guys are mechanics, scrapyard junkers. They can basically build anything out of scrap if you give them enough of it. So you're going to make contacts with people with 4 points in junk crafter.
Oh, hell yeah. Is Isabella here?
Yes.
Oh, hell
Isabella
yeah.
is here. Yeah, she is one of them.
Here.
Yep, so people with those many ranks in junk crafter and somebody with rank 3 and mechanic crafting.
Nice. Yeah, that's kind of his deal.
Yeah, definitely people you can work with and do something fun with as well. What is going on here? I just got a personal message bringing up Electrum. How dare you? Look, I knew I would aggravate that one person. It's his one thing that he hates the most. He hates Electrum. We don't talk about Electrum over the YouTube live channel. That's perfect. Oh man, good. We try to bring it up in his D&D game as often as frequent. It's like if it's casually there, it's like, oh, Electrum. Then he kicks us.
Yep.
No, he doesn't do that, but it'd be funnier if he did. All right, so that's Roko, and then Django, you're spending a obscene amount of money on this child.
I'm paying for 2, so it covers my costs and the kid.
Yeah, so you're looking at 280 each, so that's already 560 just alone, and then you're doubling that almost to bring them to nicer places. So you're looking at buying them clothing too. So you're gonna have to go through.
Like I'm getting them a full medical checkup, things of that nature.
Well, the medical check is free. That's over at Sister Beth's. And so you just have to make a donation, which is based off of what they, their availability for donations, what they think is reasonable. And,
I'll probably be tossing in some of that 1,000 for extra ammo and whatnot for myself.
But you should also take a look at the trade goods and giving them equipment and start generating an actual character.
Like armor and whatnot for her as well.
Yeah, you got to generate a character sheet for this character.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like you're gonna have to.
Otherwise, that whole time is going to be spent trying to carouse her out of her shell.
Okay, just cotton candy shows, like maybe a little bit of blood sport. Who knows?
See whatever gets a reaction.
That's right. Roko would also offer to help teach her how to move stealthily. It's ironic the cyborg helping with that may seem.
I mean, Lynn's got a bunch of child criminals that can help out with that too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Might have them play.
Mouse was here, he would help.
Learn how to sneak for the big stumpy robot man.
Yeah, no, we're going to help out. It's going to be fun. Just leave it with us, and we'll go about the town. We'll have a good time. His hood rat children that want to help him and be his, like, I don't know, entourage? They're Lynn's entourage. Lynn has an entourage.
They're my eyes and ears for finding fun stuff to steal.
Yep. God, you're going to be a crime lord.
Yeah.
And Lynn lays into it too. He makes it seem like a game for them. Like whoever finds the coolest thing gets like a bigger cut.
Oh, that's awesome. You know what? No, we got to lean into this crime lord thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a note of this. Lind, crime lord.
Small town crime lord for now. He hasn't gone up to the kingpin yet.
Yeah, no,
He hasn't
we
gotten
gotta.
himself a suit, a bowler, or a freaking stogies yet. So you know.
God,
go
just have a mission we're executing.
No, because it's cool because that gives me missions in the future for like, all right, there's gonna be gang war.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a fight I get to create later of like gang war and the kids getting all cut up and stuff. It's gonna be awesome. And then we can make a bunch of character sheets for the kids. Be like, all right, everyone, you're playing one of these street kids. Here's the shiv.
We have to lower the power level because if it was the main gang and the gang war would be over really quick.
Literally obliterate all the gangs of the sub city. We rule this town now.
I mean,
We had 1,000 orphans or Rocco.
I mean, eventually he'll run out of bullets, but not fists.
yeah.
The atomic bomb versus a coughing baby. Let's go.
These robot hands rated E for everybody.
That's ridiculous. All right, so that's a future map fight. Is we'll have to map those characters out and get them generated so we can do like gang warfare in the Undercity. It's gonna be the B game. Like we only have 3 people here tonight. We're going gang wars.
Bow.
I like it. Okay. Let's circle back to our we've got our gambling that we're trying to do. I got my little list here of bonus gamblers. So I got a 2, a 1, and a 3. So I got a +2, +1, a +10, and a +30. All right, so first round of gambling for anyone who's actually joining in on this. So I'm going to drop 3 D100s. And that's going to be a 60, a 14, and a 90. And so over at over at the Zulu Bob's Casino, it actually has how much money?
Conrad wins.
Oh, that's knife throwing. That's not the right one. So this game's going to start off at a 50 silver buy-in.
Oh, we're not doing 1,000 silver piece stake.
Oh no, that's
Yes.
right. You brought 1,000. That's right.
Yes, I brought in the 100 gold piece stake.
Okay, no, 100 gold pieces. Yep, you got big spenders. So we got one idiot who thinks that they're really good. We got one, like, kind of, he's a big fish in his own town. And we got one guy who actually knows how to gamble.
Colonel.
Yeah, Colonel. So Colonel's got the 146.
Yeah.
Nurse, what's your total there? It's not great.
61 plus 62 equals what? 123?
Yeah. So Colonel just came in there and took your lunch money.
Well, that's fine.
Don't worry. Get back.
Yeah. So you get 200 gold out of that initial drop. That much money isn't going to wipe these boys out. They came to spend cash. So they're like, let's do it again. And people are already like, a rope's gone up around the table. People are watching from the outside. You got like classy ladies smoking, gentlemen drinking. Everyone's like, oh yeah, put it on the bet down there. Let's drop that 3D100 again and see what numbers. We can do some better numbers. Yeah, that's some better numbers. So I've got a 71, a 25, and a 88. Woo! Colonel is sweeping it because he's got that plus 69.
Fucking hell.
Just takes a couple of puffs off his cigar. Chips where they fall.
Close, but not close enough.
Yeah, Nurse did it. It was a good drop, though. So that's gonna tap out the young guy. He's like, all right, I'm out. And it's gonna be another drop. So it's a 92 and a 76. Oh, oh, awful, awful. So that's gonna sweep both of them. None of these guys are that rich.
It's going to sweep me as well because I only have 100 gold left.
All right, that's it.
I can't beat Colonel's excessive numbers.
Colonel, you just wipe these boys out.
Disgusting. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I can't beat 100 plus bonus.
I don't think anybody can, really.
Not till you get to some like the secret undercity like gambling rings where they're like, all right, see that ring of people over there? That's what we're betting with.
The dudes
Like,
in the
wait,
shadows
what?
grab him and bring him down to the basement, and now you're gambling down here. You don't have a
Yeah.
choice.
We're gambling for lives.
You gamble with your life.
Not our lives. We're rich. Their lives. It's like the
shit,
people
some
are the
sauce
actual,
going
yeah.
on.
Yeah, the people are the actual chips. Like, I lost my hand. As the grinder comes down and chews one up, you just hear screaming. It's like, oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, what is this shit? Like, we got so much money, there's no point even gambling money. Nah, we gamble people. Like,
They serve exclusively
Damn.
calamari.
yeah, not exclusively. Like, this place is fucked up. It's worse than the champion fighting pit where you can just get in there like a bear with Down syndrome that they light on fire and have it face you.
Oh, potato bear.
Poor potato bear. That's one of the rules.
Love it.
Bottom.
We all felt bad for Potato Bear. We put Potato Bear out of its misery quickly.
Well, I hope Colonel enjoyed my money. Should have known never to let him in.
I'll tell you what. You go run Beats errands, you can have your money back.
Fuck, sure.
Yeah.
Well, we have to
For
do errands
Stonrod,
fast.
Camera, and the Spider Bot Tech Lords.
Oh, God. All right, so good money. Money earned, money spent. And with that, we get news back. We're missing a character, though. We've got Nurse, we got Thud. What about your other character, Thud? Where is he?
Ned.
Where's Ned? It's not even on the map. Where did Ned go?
Wasn't he helping? I thought he was helping Smokey with a lot of the construction.
He is.
As
Yep.
far as where on the map, I believe he might be on the top right.
Top right. So, I mean, that's his day. That's his day job. What's Ned doing at night?
He actually works double shifts and then crashes. So he's like a workaholic. He
God.
he looks disdainful at people that do things for fun.
Oh, you know what, Ned? You're making good friends with a couple of the half Skullox in this this family.
Sure.
They're like, oh, hell yeah. They're behind it. And you see that there is a core of them. Literally, they eat, sleep, drink, and piss this. That's all they do is put together machines, take them down again. They're scrap welding stuff together. They're getting things working and running. And the kind of hours that you're putting in is just neck and neck with theirs. And it becomes a contest of like how much you can get done, how far you can push it, how neat that weld seam's going to be. Look at that. Looks like a stack of nickels laid down on the metal. Oh, perfect. Everyone's just sitting there like looking at each other's work. and just again maximizing each other's efforts too. So is Ned a personable, is he a people person? Is he got those kind of social skills, or is he more of a like, don't touch me, I have autism?
No, he's got some social skills. He doesn't often practice them, but he could with people that he can relate to.
Yeah, I mean, sorry,
which, you know,
you can. It's fine if you do have an autistic character who's like, I really don't like people being in my bubble.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got, I think, a little bit of negotiate, a little bit of lying. So a little tiny bit of social skills, real skills. As far as how personable he is, he's not personable. But he loves tech, and he loves.
That's where he finds his social normalcy, is in the tech,
expanding his capabilities, and
awesome. Yeah.
As he gets to work on things he hasn't been able to work on before, he gets excited. He's like, yeah, let's do this. Man, did you see the powertrain on that vehicle? We need to replicate that.
I love it, because you always get that one guy who's like, he doesn't perk up at anything except for that, you know, and that
we won't find the part for this. We need to machine the part for this. Give me some fucking metalworking gear right now. I'm gonna make my own part.
Oh yeah, I need a drill press. Go get me the bench grinder. Let's get this out. Oh my god, dude, I love it when you find that guy who's just like zoned in on that shit because they know so much. And so, so that's Ned having a great time with a couple Skullocks. Ned, your contact is going to be significant. So we're going to actually go with the family itself and the old man, because that's what he does.
Oh,
you know, he built this operation from the ground up.
Right now, no, I'm stupid. Don't listen to me.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4. It's 8.
So Smokey is definitely liking you. He likes your drive. He likes your attitude. He likes where your head's at. And so Smokey is gonna like basically spend some time up there working, you know, just putting his own hours in.
Oh, and he also wants surviving. So if, you know, they're working on a vehicle and they're trying to, you know, see how it's doing, he loves to drive too, and he hasn't been able to drive since he left his home, and he didn't get a whole lot of chances to drive there, and that's one of the reasons he became an excavator and an adventurer. He was like, damn it, I'm gonna find myself a nice vehicle, I'm gonna fix it up, and I'm gonna drive.
All right. So Smokey's also kind of got a bit of a soft spot for both Ned and Rocco, because working with his offspring, you know, all his quarter half Skullocks and his half Skullock children, and he's into that you're into that. And when it comes
and that goes both ways. If anybody is fucking with Smokey and Ned finds out about it, he will murder them. I mean, he doesn't make friends very easily, so if he has people that he gets friendly with, his loyalty is unshakable. Law, who fucking cares about law? Friendship, that's what's important. Just so you know.
Would you say he says friendship is magic?
Friendship is magic. Now, you do find out about Smokey's biggest pet peeve.
Yeah.
Is that his children aren't allowed in the Freehold Scouts or the Town Watch. There's a policy of the town, there's a policy of the Freeholds, and if you want a conversation that's going to spike up his blood pressure, it's that one.
Sure.
And
I'm sure he'll take it on.
Yeah, and it's just not something he especially since his children have sacrificed their lives in the defense of this town, and that's basically the last bastion of their acceptance within the greater community as being able to be part of the Watch and be trusted with that, you know, the all the things that come with that. That community trust is still lacking. And it doesn't
So
seem to be
it's
lacking
not-
from the citizens, it's lacking from the establishment itself.
So it's the City Watch that they're not allowed in, or is it the
Both the City Watch and the Freehold Rangers.
right? Okay,
They're
yeah,
not
the
allowed
Freehold
into either
Rangers.
one.
I could. I'm not going to try to
That was harder.
take on
It's
the Freehold
multi-city.
Rangers,
Yeah.
but he will try to take on whoever's in charge of the City Watch and attempt to make a case. You know, and as part of his case, he would cite his weak experience working at Smokies, and you know that he's been in far more civilized places than this place. And while they don't have an elevated, you know, equality concept, the concept of equality actually dates back and starts talking about American history and you know, says, therefore, my conclusion is that if you wish to consider yourself above an ape, you need to get back to that root that this country once had and declare equality. These are sentient beings. And by that basis, and I will quote science and shit like that.
Okay, so I'm writing down this character's name. This guy's name is Glenn Beckard. He is the captain in charge of recruitment at the town watch, and he is the thing that's stopping it. And you give your speech, you give your explanations, your reasons behind that, and that you want to spend some money like inviting him out, having a couple dinners with this guy, like having conversations, or do you just want to like barge into his office and be like, hey, motherfucker?
No, I'll try to sweeten it
Cordial
up first.
Yeah, you want to be cordial. Okay.
But I do get impassioned if he continues to say no.
All right, so give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
And
Just percentile and then check it against my negotiate? Or
yeah,
what?
negotiation. Yeah, do your negotiation skill. And he's going to be treated as neutral. He's not hostile to the idea at all. And his reasonings are that he's not against Smokey's kids on like unethical grounds. He doesn't have any like reasons why they shouldn't be in the watch. They're purely economical. And it has to do with the unstable nature of their biology. He says, he's like, I do have mutants on my watch, and I can tell you every single one of them is a bit of a problem. And it really comes down to outfitting them and making them look smart. And also, another part of it is visitors. When I have a town's watchman holding the gate, the visitor needs to take that watchman seriously. And there's too many new people who will see a half Skullock on the gate and not take him seriously. And it presents a reasonable amount of jeopardy to the guardsman and also to the visitor in a situation that could escalate, because my guardsmen are taught to not allow that kind of that attitude to persist, and it'll just increase those incidents if I put the Smokey's kids in a uniform. He's
So
like,
you think
I
that
think they're capable.
if we were to put them in decent armor, maybe even a relic weapon, and give them some sufficient training and beef them up, that would not be sufficiently
I think it would be sufficient. I think it would be sufficient to be intimidating. He says, no, that's not my problem. I know his kids can kill. I know they're good defenders. I know they can hold a gun and they can hold a line and they're loyal to the town. Again, none of those things do I have a problem with. I have a problem with that initial interaction. I have that problem with some dumbass excavator coming in off the field who sees a half Skullock in uniform and decides to pick a fight. Because now I've got bystanders. Now I have the pride of the watch. Now I have, the insubordination of a moron who maybe sees a full-grown man at 5'9" and decides maybe I should keep myself to myself. But if he sees a 4-foot Skullock armed with a shotgun or not, he thinks he can take advantage of him. And now I have a dead man on my hands where otherwise I probably wouldn't have.
I do see your point. That is an excellent point.
He's like, that's really the only thing that stops me from inviting Smokey's kids onto my watch.
So here's another idea. If I happen to have a very large friend who isn't against hurting people. He's not violent in a sense of seeking violence, but he certainly won't shy away from it. And he accompanied these individuals at the gate, and if anyone did cause trouble, that he would non-lethally give them another idea if the youth itself could not, with the idea that the youth also be provided with some non-lethal means of enforcement. And again, with both of them seeking to create this non-lethal solution, the idea I have is that having this happen over time would create a culture and a belief with the Feeks. I understand strangers will come in. They will. But if others in the town change their attitudes and allow that individual to have respect, it's going to show.
He agrees with you.
And it's going to have an impact even on strangers when people show respect to these individuals. And again, my theory is that, you know, I'm very, very close to Smokey's family now. I'm not blood brothers or anything, but my hope is to help them continue to grow. And I feel very strongly that my excavating career is just beginning. And I have high hopes of bringing in lots of profit. I have high hopes of bringing in lots of business for them. And I have high hopes that as part of that, I can help equip them beyond what the watch itself could dream of doing.
Okay. So what'd you get for your roll? Did you pass?
I actually rolled terrible. I rolled a 77, and that's not even a type A. So yeah, for all my attempts here, it's all pretty futile because.
No, it's not futile. Again, role play matters. So what he's going to do, so he doesn't agree with your playing outright, but
right.
He thinks a trial period is probably necessary.
Sure.
So he's going to give you a shot to win him over. Get one of Smokey's boys. You know what? For the sake of, you know, appearances, get one of the quarterlings.
Okay.
So someone who's only a quarter skull. It's like it'd be a lot harder to see them as anything other than just maybe a mutated human. People in the town will know what he is, but outsiders probably won't.
Yep.
We'll get him trained up. We'll get him with a squad, but he's not going to be in charge of anything. He'll always be paired up. He'll always be paired up with other people. And I'm willing to do a trial on it. Based on the results of the trial, we will figure out where to go forward from there.
That is eminently fair.
Okay. So tell Smokey he could send one of his grandchildren over, and we'll put him through basic.
Sounds good. I will work with him on that. I very much appreciate your efforts on this behalf.
And he thanks you for the meal and the good wine and the establishment, and also meeting him in a place of like reason and logic.
Yep. And I didn't just take him out once. I'm planning.
Oh yeah, this was probably
100.
over several. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe 100 silver. Do you think more?
I was actually thinking about 100 silver would probably be the cost of it.
Yes, that's my thought as well. I mean, it's not a small ask,
but it's also not like it's not a bribe either. The amount of silver that you spend. No. Yeah, it's a couple nice meals.
I mean, it's cultivating
the professional relationship.
Yeah, for sure. No, well worth it. All right, that's Ned.
All right. So for Ned, go ahead, put down a contact, Glenn Beckard, who is the captain of the guard in Overpass. Or not Overpass, in Pitford.
Oh, and I've got an idea for contact for Thud, but I also wanted him to spend time with the reloaders trying to learn a little bit about reloading and gunsmithing.
Yeah, the reloaders themselves, being the kind of people that they are, people you could go to like rent out a bench. It's a common creative space, you could call it. You can get training for free just by being rank 1, just by being around these guys. So you're gonna get your rank 1 gun crafter. You're gonna get the time spent as if you were in a college towards this week.
All right, sure.
So make a note of that. You got a week of time in gunsmithing. This pen is not wanting to write as well as it should. Works just fine on that. Okay, is anybody I'm leaving out?
Nope.
Lynn, technically we didn't really go to him, but again, we kind of know what he's looking to do.
Yeah, start a gang.
But also, yeah, and the fuel.
Duncan, are you wanting to introduce your backup character at some point so you have the ability to play the character if you want?
Yeah.
Yes, I have no idea how to though, because me and Tim were supposed to talk about it, but we just never got to.
Yeah, we never did. Let's just do it right now. Let's have him log in.
Oh God.
Met him at the gambling table.
Yeah, met him at the gambling table.
He'll probably he would actually not be. Let me check.
Yeah, again, he doesn't have to be in a gambling. This is Rosa, right? Is this? Oh no, that's somebody else's Juarez. So what's this character's name?
This is Paragon 3.
Paragon 3 character. Game Wednesday. Yeah. Go ahead and drag your Rosa Juarez down into TME Game Wednesday.
Once I'm done with it, yeah.
Oh, you're still working on him. Okay. All right. And okay, this is the android. All right, sweet.
Yes, this is the one that wants the fancy cannon.
Oh yeah, yeah. Guys, this thing's
one that
strength
will-
is nuts.
Nuts. Yeah.
Loading.
Yeah, well, just starting. It's just got a high starting strength as an android. I like it.
70.
Yeah.
70 endurance, 70 strength, 60 agility, 20 intelligence, 40 perception, 68 accuracy, 50 willpower, 20 intelligence, 22 appearance, and 75 strike value.
Yep, he's got his weapon expert and longsword. Okay, so you met this guy at the gambling table. So what is Paragon wearing?
He's usually wearing like a thicker cloak, and a older gas mask. He is usually like not bandaged. Usually covered head to toe, like something, not letting any skin be shown.
So trying to conceal that he's an android.
Yes, entirely. Given, people don't see them as well.
Yeah, it's hit or miss when it comes to synthetics with people.
Because apparently AIs are not considered human enough.
Now, when he came so when you're inside the town and you keep your face covered, it's actually not as much of a problem as you think it would be, because you have to uncover when you go through the gate. And so a guard has seen your face, has seen your uncovered body, and has already signed you in and said trustworthy. So it's not as crazy as anyone could actually think about him being kind of all decked out like this. Not to mention, there's plenty of people who've been fighting out in the ruins or in the hazard wastelands who have significant damage to their face, to their respiratory system, and they wear rebreathers.
Yep.
So you're not the only person who's rocking a rebreathing device, or just a filter of some kind. So it's not too crazily abnormal, but it does indicate some kind of sensitivity or disability, is what most people are going to assume. And so we're assuming that at the gambling tables, you probably met some of the other people and made a good enough impression, or did Paragon want to join in, sign on with a team, a digging team?
He'll take whoever who'll take him. Well,
So, of the characters here, who would be the most likely to sponsor a new person? To try to bring them in.
It depends on how they're approached, I think.
Yeah, it really does.
My personal slant is Rocco is more visible than Ned, and they're both pretty heavily cybered.
Good point.
It probably would be Rocco that if he was going to approach someone, it would probably be Rocco. I can't think of anybody, since Ned is so not socializing.
True. Yeah, he's staying away. Yeah.
I can't see him, even though he's really tech savvy, and that might appeal maybe at some point. It's not going to be a point of contact.
Yeah. So the most likely characters hit for Paragon to come in contact with are Sancho, if you decided to stop by at the hospital for whatever reason. Colonel, Beans, Django. Well, Django's with his kid, so I don't know how well likely that would be. And Rocco, because Rocco's spending the money to kind of carouse and go about.
I do like a good time.
No, technically
Indeed.
Beans, he's been a recluse.
Oh, Beans has been a recluse. He's hiding.
Yeah, he's still working on Arachnox and trying to.
Oh, that's right. Trying to unbury all the weirdness in that brain.
Yeah.
He wants those powers. He wants the image projection ability.
I want to all.
Fuck. What? He'll take Rocco. He senses another man of sneaking. Oh, and of death.
He's
You're
gonna
approaching me?
Yeah, approaching.
Instead of running away, you're coming come closer.
You're coming.
Can't very well kick your ass from over here, can I?
Is that a motherfucking JoJo reference?
Jotaro.
No.
All right, so yeah. How is Rocco approached? This makes a big deal how Rocco views the individual.
Ugh.
Whips his cyborg dick right onto the table. Check it out. No,
You
yeah.
son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yep.
They'll be like,
He's about to
"Hey."
be.
I think you may have misread the situation.
I have
Why are you
questions
naked?
and answers.
I may have also misread the situation.
There we go.
Oh, there's the barcode right there.
This is somebody walks up randomly with a scanner. Beep. It's like, I'm in a system?
Fuck, how are we serious?
Sense.
What's going on?
I'm
He's trying to figure out how to do it.
I can't stop laughing.
There's Rocco, just sitting there at the table looking all cute. There's Paragon. Hey there, girl, what's up? Yeah, it's how much of a new party member joining the team is very much just like the dry pickup of somebody, like at a club. It's very much that. You just gotta keep trying the pickup lines.
Seduce me.
Yes, seduce me.
Seduce me. I'm not one of your fried chicken whores. Meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, I am entirely a fried chicken whore.
Colonel, try this one, kid. You like digging? You dig this? Mutant Epoch pickup lines for new party members. This is gonna be a thread in the Discord now.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. So there's a new person. You got something? I'll let you go with what you got.
Paragon will gently sit down next to Rocco.
Daintily perched on the stool.
Surprisingly, yes. I mean, he is pretty he has decent agility, so.
Roko. Roko, type D perception check.
Okay. Would heat sig help with this at all?
Type C perception check.
All right, cool. Because yeah, his eyes immediately flicker.
Yeah.
Someone's sitting at my table. Okay.
Lost boy.
Maybe. Shoot.
And this is where Paragon learns his mistake.
No, I felt a bit flattering first.
Okay. 1
It's a
second.
viper in the grass. Snake in the grass.
Oh yeah, Roku got it.
Okay, Roko, that's a robot. It moves like a robot. It's got the heat sig of a robot, but high quality. Android.
Yeah, just in the back of Roko's mind, there's that Metal Gear exclamation sound.
Down.
And shoulder cannon, pistol, kind of comes to life, not noticeably, but like just enough for this stranger to notice it's now pointing at them.
Yeah, the battery's on. The little red light's on. Behave yourself.
And who are you?
Hello, I am Paragon. Good to meet you, my good sir. I see you were, if I remember correctly to my brain, Roko, as your reputation proceeds.
That's true. People would know you on sight.
You're not doing yourself any favors. Where'd you come from?
Where you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Wait, what was his answer?
The land down under.
The land down under. Oh God, no. He's from Red Rock.
I mean, to be honest, he was just fucking hell. He just woke up somewhere from a cave.
I would say the land down under to me sounds like the purest empire. So I don't know
Yeah, no.
what
Roko
other
would know
people
better
would
than
interpret that. Would he?
Well,
I don't know.
He
You know
knows
about Australia?
No, he knows better that the purists probably aren't using robots,
Well, that's true, but still.
let alone this.
Yeah.
But he didn't say, from the west
That's true, but also Roko.
or the east.
No.
So, Roko, the things that gave you the giveaway all told you that if he was a pleasure model or even a clerical model, you would not have picked up on it. Moves way too natural when they're at full power, and their skin their synthetic skin looks like human skin. They move like humans. Usually the dead giveaway of any android is the way the eyes move. Human eyes move in sections. Robot eyes move on bearings and move fluidly. This is usually the giveaway. Now, when it comes to him, he doesn't move as fluidly as one of those other robots. So that leaves an industrial or combat model.
Your eyes only move at 30 frames per second.
Yeah. And he's definitely not a servant model because he has too much mobility control. So that leaves, again, he doesn't have the bulk and physicality of an industrial one that's leaning more into the military. And his heat sig is a big battery. That he's got a lot of CPU processing.
And who made you?
I have no clue. I've been trying to figure that my own damn self. I was thinking someone of your reputation could try. I don't know. Your group could help me, maybe. And
I know a quick way to figure out. I know a very quick way to figure out if you're a friend or not.
Oh, I come in peace. So.
Roko is clearly just the most agitated at the moment. He ponders for a second before going on to say, Does the name Kyle64 mean anything to you?
No, I don't believe so.
Is there a way for Roko to tell if this is like genuine?
Yeah, that would be against the lying stat. If he's not lying, then you don't have to take an intelligence check against it.
So if he's not lying, Roko would just kind of already feel like this is just kind of a genuine, just
Yeah.
this thing looks more confused than like trying to wiggle it close.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so with that, Roko will pause for a second and then go on to say, wow, you're really not here to kill me.
No, I'm here to befriend you, actually. Hopefully join you guys.
So you're just an android who wanted to befriend us. Pistol
An
shut
android,
down.
yeah. Yes, I would. Indeed, I am a machine, both body and mind. But I don't believe that makes me anything less.
You'll have to forgive me. Before, I suppose that doesn't give me any real reason to try to kill you. Yet.
Yeah.
Alright, so you want us to help you figure out who you are.
Yes. Well, I've heard how wonderfully tough your group is. I've heard you've taken down many, many targets, many big targets around here.
One or two. So, what's in it for us?
An excellent marksman?
I have a bird.
Does he need food and water? Does he need sleep? I don't.
Those are solid points.
You're right. Yeah,
That's pretty
Roko
good.
is actually kind of nodding his head like, okay, that was a good counter. All right.
Very good one.
I didn't think about that one either. I was going through my own mind, like, what would I say here? I'm like, wouldn't have picked that one. That's a good one.
Well, I see.
I don't think we have anybody that has like the ability to not sleep in the
Yeah,
group.
I think he'd be the only like permanent Overwatch.
Well,
Yeah.
that is a tempting offer. But you see, I don't speak for all of us, so I suppose you can come with me, and I'll introduce you, and we'll have a vote on whether to induct you or sell you.
As you wish.
So nice.
Okay, so first there's Thud. I honestly don't know which way he's gonna vote. I know he likes money. I'll try to hold off for how valuable you are.
Their meetings at the front of Tech Lords on Park Street.
There's Ned. I know he's a big nerd. There's a good chance he's gonna want to poke around inside you. I'll try to hold off on the fact that you're Android.
Paragon gives a really, really shitty chuckle.
There's also Beans.
It seems he can just not laugh.
There's Beans. He's an angel. Don't you dare do anything to him. Sancho, he's the best man in the group. I thought he was the leader for the longest time until I found out I guess we're kind of like equals. So anyway, there's two birds. They're scary. And then there's Lind. Moving on. We also have Claffus. I've not seen that man in a few nights. I'm kind of worried.
Claffus just shows up with a shotgun and an axe. I got a new girlfriend. Like, oh god, no.
I think that's everyone. Oh wait, no. There's also Nurse. I also have not seen him. A little worried about that as well.
He was
Anyway.
gambling.
Oh, he's gambling. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the birds and Nurse have taken an unhealthy obsession with gambling.
Another very horrible chuckle.
Yeah, maybe don't do that.
It's kind of a dead gift. Like a people patrons inside are looking like, that guy? Is this voice
Yep.
box broken?
Nice, yeah.
No.
Try not to mention how valuable you are or how robotic you are, okay? I'm gonna finish this steak and then we can go meet him.
Sounds like a plan.
So where are you going to gather everybody up to have like a conversation?
We were eventually a prospector saloon because that's where we were.
That's where I'll
paid
sleep
for.
in. Yeah.
So yeah, Roka will kind of let them know as he finds them, like, hey, let's grab a table. Have someone we need to talk. I have something to talk to you guys about, and then eventually just kind of wait. Knock on Bean's door very panically.
Oh shit. It takes a minute for him to come to the door. When he opens the door, a literal fucking cloud of pot smoke just hits you in the face.
Bean's like, oh my god.
He's in his underwear. He's just drenched in sweat. He's got like a Hawaiian tie just wrapped around his forehead.
I was gonna say something you probably didn't know the reference to, but what the hell's going on here?
Oh, Rocco, you're still alive. Good.
Nothing can kill me.
Yes.
Are you good? Okay, come in here. I gotta show you something.
Okay. I guess Rocco's getting roped into this now. He waves Paragon in with him.
Who's that?
We'll talk about that in a minute. What's going on?
Oh my god. All right, just ignore the spiders all over the walls, all right? You probably don't see any spiders. This is only Beans is seeing the spiders here.
Uh-huh.
All right, he goes like, reaches over like underneath his bed, like goes to the covers. He grabs something, he turns around and shows you the brain. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I want you to focus on this.
Okay.
Tell me what you see.
Gray matter.
I see a
It's
target.
not working. God damn it.
Rocco's gonna look around for whatever the hell he's smoking.
There's a pile of weed on the table and a bunch of papers.
Is there one currently like rolled and burning?
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably multiple of them.
Rocco will grab it and like, yeah, we really shouldn't let you keep smoking this.
I can see why everybody keeps offering me these cigarettes.
Anyway.
Great.
Oh shit, that's kind of good actually. Anyway, shit. I'm hungry. This is Paragon. We need to talk about him. So when you got a moment, just meet us at the communal table I've claimed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait there.
Okay. And Rocco will kind of go on about that, like kind of gathering people.
It's too funny.
Hey, Tim,
Yeah.
how much for us to buy a table, like permanently? Like our table.
That's a good question.
Over at
The prospector.
the prospectors? Yeah, probably. I mean, you just use it enough, people are just gonna. It's like you just have regular
No, no, no,
customers.
no,
you know?
no. We want our name on it. We want.
I was gonna say Rocco could just engrave his
Reserved.
name on it.
You know, to be fair, like you guys killed Arachnox.
Yep.
I mean, you brought back a bunch of robotic scrap. You have a fucking table because whoever's coming into the bar to listen to like how you did it is probably just coming in every night just to listen to stories. You know, more or less can hold court there for the next few weeks. They're not going to sell you a table right now, but you keep doing wild shit like that, they'll put the sign up for you.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So yeah, Rocco will wait with Paragon and eventually Beans. I'm assuming will eventually come down.
It might not come down for a while, but he'll definitely meet you at the table.
Paragon just sitting up naturally still.
Try. Okay. Try. Whatever. I'm not gonna correct you. Then up to party or DM whenever the meeting happens.
Yeah, so
I
the
don't know,
meeting
something else
happens
good.
and probably in the evening after everyone does their things and all the players are gathered at the prospectors.
All right, cool. So, Rocco's already kind of a few beers and snacks deep at this point after getting high.
Have another steak.
We're going to say, all right, I gathered you all here for, oh, my head. I gathered you all here to, oh, I'm sorry, I've been cross-phasing so hard right now. I'm drunk, I'm high. Anyway, this is Paragon. They seek to join our group. I've already introduced you all, kinda. A couple of caveats, however. One, he is an android, probably a combat model. Two, that's also probably worth a lot of money. So I was gonna leave it to the table to decide what Paragon's fate is. That also note they specifically sought us out for help to figure out who they are.
Thud won't speak.
Okay, please, I'm gonna sit down.
Thud see person. You don't sell person. I don't care how much money. Thud no sells person.
Oh, Thud's such a softie.
I thought I usually would agree with you, but this is an android.
Thud see person. Do they talk?
Do they not bleed?
I don't.
No.
They exclusively do not bleed.
Aw.
Did someone actually
don't.
quote that? I want to
No.
know, because Thud needs to know. Okay. Well, nobody said that. Then he said,
Finger
do
on
they
the
talk?
Yes.
So did the robots we fought.
Eh? You don't
I
look
do
like
recall
that.
them stating things like exterminate.
I guess, well, there was one that
what?
did look like that, but I kind of crushed its head before you could see.
Okay, but not remember robot talking. Not much. Big one in cave, little.
I say exactly what they said in binary, so it's just a loud screeching sound of like burrs, clicks, whirs, and whatnot.
That not speech.
That's binary. It is a
That's
language.
not speech.
That is a language.
Did not think so. You make that up.
Could your doubt actually change the world, we would be in an interesting place.
Now, Thud, I appreciate what you're trying to do here, but, jeez, fucking lord.
You an android boy?
I'm a cyborg, technically. Oh, you're talking about...
Not you.
Yes, sir.
He phases in for a moment. He's like, actually, I have a thought, I think. Did you ask him
Yeah, ask him what.
if you could sell him? You asked me.
You an android, right?
Yes, I am, sir.
He could.
Congratulations. It don't matter what you are. He's fine by my book. I couldn't care less. Same way that I didn't shoot them damn hoes when we were coming out of the freaking ruins.
Fair. Also, I guess it doesn't matter at this point. I guess my bigger concern was if it becomes common knowledge that there's also an android traveling with us. But the more I think about it, the less I think it matters, because we have a certain mode of transport that's worth more than like 3 of him.
Basically. You're
Ned
the only
said-
one here with any kind of hate for droids and robots. So if you okay with it, I don't care.
Oh, Ned says, I guess I didn't realize you hated them. I knew you fought against them. That seems rather generalist, but regardless, I see no reason to exclude the fellow. I mean, heck, I have possibility of giving him upgrades. Always like a new challenge.
I don't hate him because he's an android. I hate Cal 64 because they ruined my life. Anyway, I've already grilled him about it. He's not from that way. He doesn't know exactly where he's from.
Fascinating. Maybe we can help him find out.
I
Wonder if he has serial numbers.
Let me check with the missus as I pick up
The only thing
our
I got.
captive.
People
What do you think, honey?
Dog tag.
He's got dog tag?
Just a single little one. And it just says Paragon and the other side of 3.
Interesting. I've not come up with that sort of utilized before for android troops. First, I have a lot of experience. I have, only some records and very limited personal experience. Man, this sounds fun. Let's do this.
Sounds like there's a consensus.
All right, congratulations, Paragon 3. You're in.
Thank you. Now, I know...
You got a problem? What's going on? Sorry,
Don't you worry
Actually-
your beautiful head about it, Sancho.
Ned speaks up again. He says, wait. I got one more point, even though we already accepted him. I have been talking quite a bit with the head of the City Guard, the City Watch, Glenn Beckford, and I have convinced him to give one of, is it Smokey? Yeah, Smokey's
Smokey's.
grandkids, a chance being in the City Guard, City Watch. I don't know if you realize, but that is one of the only things that has been held back in this wonderful place of Pitford from them. The discrimination, given my own time spent there, has made me feel that it's intolerable. So I have negotiated for him to give a trial basis to one grandson to try out. And if that works, we are hoping to incorporate, or have the ability of to incorporate the, does he have a rank, Glenn Beck? Is it
Yeah, he's a captain.
The captain has assured me that he has no question about their loyalty and their capacity to chip in should a defense of Pitford be necessary. So the reasonings he has shared with me are sensible, but I believe can be overcome with effort. And part of that effort is to create a understanding that all individuals have worth and should not be looked down upon because of just their nature. If their choices might make them questionable, but their nature should not. This, acceptance of an artificial life form as equal would be another step in that direction. I think this is great. Just had to say that.
I can get where you're coming from, but you're also not noticing the fact that a robot and an android can be programmed with their thoughts. It takes a whole lot for that to be broken. So, what you talking about are Skulllocks, creatures with independent thoughts and whatnot.
You think
And this could be a toast.
biologicals can't be programmed? Are you really that
Biologicals
stupid?
don't start programmed.
Oh, but it can be done. Believe me, I've seen it.
We've already accepted Paragon.
I'm just making conversation. God, I've been mostly silent the whole time I've been with you guys. I finally speak up, and now you want to silence me?
I don't
Well-
want to silence you. I feel like
don't see why it was relevant.
we're arguing a moot
Where's
point.
that
at
lady
this
with
point.
that juice?
That being said, yes, Paragon, welcome to the group. We're one big happy family.
I don't think that
Thank
word
you for
means
having
what
me.
you think it does.
So it says, he made funny.
God, fun gets stronger and dumber at the same time. Oh God, it's terrifying. So
But I will say, sorry.
Go ahead.
I will say, Ned, I really respect and admire what you're doing. Smokey and his kids have really grown on me, I guess. So
As they should.
I wish you nothing but the best of luck with that, and know that if you need any support with that going forward, you have my vote on that.
That is good to know. Thank you. I don't know if I can change the world, but I hope to change Pitford.
So now that Ned has just announced his drive for municipal elections, because that soapbox is got some heavy lifting to do with his big
No shit.
robotic ass on it.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm actually taking a note of Ned's political acumen. Because people are elected in Pitford by citizen vote.
Good to know.
God.
I mean, it's a municipal. It has municipal powers. It has a head of the watch, as you've already seen. It has counselors, as selectmen. Normally, these are people who are very rich within the community, own a lot of establishments, so usually get voted in because they can also, buy the vote more or less. But it is a nascent democracy, just like most of the Northern Freehold is a democracy of some measure or another. There's a few places in the Southern Freeholds that are, exclusively oligarchies, but up here, not as much.
Nice.
Now, Tim, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
Should we assume that we talked about it briefly before stream with Lind and his ankle biting contacts?
Oh yeah, I was just about to get into that.
Okay, go for it. I'll back off then.
All right, so during the evening, with this back and forth and bringing in Paragon and having an announcement, one of Lynn's contacts strolls in, and it's the elder of the group. It's like a preteen, mild mutant, and he strides in. Oh, it's like we're having a good party here. As he lifts some leftovers from under the table, takes a shot without asking somebody. Lynn, I got some stuff for you, buddy.
Lind, you see Lind noticeably kind of make a slight shudder before addressing and going on to say, you got something for me? Report, soldier.
All right, now see, it's this poor bastard behind me here, and there's a Northern Freehold Ranger who looks like he's been through hell and back. The guy's got burn marks on his armor. His weapon is holstered, but is caked in mud. Well, dust mostly now in the dry season. He's got bloody patches on his clothes, and he's like, this kid promised me I'd be able to get myself a nice bed, something to eat, and somebody to patch these wounds up quick if I told you what we came in contact with.
Maybe. Depends what you got contact.
All right, well, we were skirting an outside patrol in the Western Wastelands, and we heard it before we saw it. It was an old world tank, large son of a bitch. Came up over one of the bends and just started opening up on my entire patrol. It's kind of slow. We tried to engage it back and forth, but every shot we put into the thing just ricocheted off its armor. And it didn't have any kind of exhaust systems to go after, or I'm thinking it had to have been old world nuclear. It's a mean bastard though, and it's just kind of patrolling a small area. After we backed off, it didn't really leave the area. This kid here said you'd be interested in that.
Yeah, that sounds fairly interesting. Hey, nurse.
Yeah. What you need?
I think you could patch this guy up while he draws us a map.
Yeah, I can do that.
So you pull him up. He gets a table area pulled up to him, a meal brought out to him. As the kid is looking at Lind, just shit-eating grin, thumbs hooked behind his belt, rocking back and forth on his heels.
Nice work, kid. Here. Yeah, Lind gives him 5 extra silver.
He looks at the silver, winks at Lind, and strolls his way out. So the guy draws you up a map. It's got an area, again, just a couple kilometers outside of town. And he draws the route that the tank's taking. It's a pretty tight route, looking about 10 kilometers square. And this looks like it's going to have that dynamo, that nuclear fusion reactor that you need. It's going to be in an old world tank. And the kids were out there looking for anyone who have seen or heard sight of one. And He just happens to bring in somebody who not only seen it, has also managed to walk away from it alive. And it didn't pursue them.
Perfect. This is good. This is real damn good. So, yeah, then Lind will actually go on to kind of relay that info to Ned to verify if that's the kind of engine we're looking for.
It certainly sounds so. It sounds like it would be tough to acquire, but it's certainly what we need, or hell, if we could do it neatly enough, we might have 2 excellent vehicles.
Now,
Damn.
Ned, you got relic knowledge, right?
Yes.
And what's your mechanical?
Well, it was 4. You said it got boosted, so I don't know, but
Yeah, you spent the week. It's just like knocking off her college time to get up any higher.
okay. All right,
So it was a 4? All right, so you know what this is.
call it a 5
At
then, if
yeah.
it was.
At a rank 4, though, you know what this is.
Yep.
This is a super heavy tank. It's a battle line tank. It's going to have a main battle cannon. It's going to have anti-infantry support, anti-air support, usually all self-contained on it. Now, a lot of those models have a limited amount of shots. If it's it really matters which kind of ammunition it's fielding. If it's managing old ballistic ammo, it might already be out by this point. And it's usually only its anti-infantry, so the main battle cannon doesn't even work anymore. If it's using laser weapons, best it's got, 10 shots. And then it's got to go recharge. A lot of these things had pretty good thermal vision, but they're slow.
Hey, Scout, what was it using? What did it shoot you and your men with?
He's cutting the last piece of steak. His nurse is bandaging him up, putting it in his mouth, and giving a satisfied moan. Heavy carbines on the outsides. We kept away from it. It was swivel and it's turret bound, but we kept away from it. What does the scouter say about his power level?
I don't know. Most people here can't do math or read it right.
Well, there you go. So we got an energy tank with fancy ass engine.
He's like, oh, and it had spider treads.
Come again?
He takes a minute to think about it. It had 4 legs and treads at the bottoms of each of them, and it could move them individually, one after the other, so it could walk over obstacles or kind of cruise across the ground easily. Because we thought about just making a pit trap for it and getting it stuck, but it just kind of walked over it.
Good to know. Fuck. Okay.
So it's so typical job, the typical routine of, detracking a vehicle is going to be a bit harder.
Well, that's something the group should probably discuss what we want to do about this thing.
So how do you want to take out a super heavy tank?
Ned wants to ask a question of the. Well, no, Thad wants to ask a question. I mean, I'm a veteran of games like Shadowrun, where the best way to take out something like this would be to hack it.
Yep.
So, what does Ned think about something like that? Is that even a remote possibility?
It is a possibility. So from Ned's knowledge, it's usually 2 ways. Either you need to have a wireless connection that you can intercept the send it signals, which usually means you need to be able to bypass its firewall, or you have to have access to whatever is sending the signal, whether it be a satellite uplink or it's a radio antenna. The other way is a physical port. And the physical port way, you can usually if you have enough processing power, or if you have a way to bypass its own like security systems, you can ice pick that thing.
Okay.
So if you've got good ice that you can get inside and you can hack into its brain, you might be able to bring it low, or at the very least mess up enough of its subsystems to make it partially inoperable. But it's going to be tricky, and anything that has a lot of those old world AIs, if this is indeed an AI system, they have very dangerous protective systems.
Sure.
And personalities.
Yeah. So when you splice into one of these things, there's always the possibility that things go bad for you. It could have like an electric charge that it will pulse up the wire cables and probably short circuit whatever cabling you're using, or even worse, go after the CPU of whoever's actually doing the hacking. Just fry their deck. I'm trying to remember all my Shadowrun terminologies.
Oh no, you're doing great. You're doing great.
You are.
Tons of ice.
Yep.
Good old black ice.
Yeah. On that thing, probably.
Probably.
Oh, totally. With military grade.
Yep, military grade black ice.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Consider we should probably take stock of what our anti-armor weapons look like right now.
Well, that's the thing. We don't have any. Oh, wait, we do.
You do.
One.
Turns to the colonel. We have his super rifle. That's about it.
Well, Rocco's pipes up like, well, my pulse life rifle punched through the combat before the heavy combat before. I have that.
Is it a heavy pulse rifle?
Whatever it was, it worked. So you tell me.
Oh, you can do some damage if you do good called shots.
No, I didn't do that. I just kind of shot at it.
Well, maybe it's more effective than I would have guessed then. My understanding is, to really be effective, it needs to be something of cannon grade, a battle rocket, 50 caliber, heavy laser, carbine, something of that nature. Other things can potentially hurt it, but will do proportionally less damage. Some things, though, can't even scratch it. Unless you maybe make a very precise shot to something very fragile, like a sensor or very specific part that is critical, which I might be able to figure out, but probably couldn't tell the rest of you because it would be too tricky to convey it, and even me figuring it out at a distance seems unlikely.
Be that as it may, I'd really rather not anyway, because I've been looking at this thing, and I would, even if it can harm it, I don't think I would call this anti-tank. Anyway, Beans, I see your hand raised up. Thank you.
Thank you, Roto. You said that you can take control of it from far away?
No, I said that's theoretically possible if we have the right equipment, which I do not.
Well, and he reaches into his bag and then he plops a spider bot on the table.
Oh, that's so cute.
Do you think if we got this on it, that you could maybe use it to take control of it remotely?
There's some possibility, yeah. I mean, there's a high possibility that the little beastie would fry like an egg, because it's going to have defenses, and I've never done this before. So even though I've read that it's possible to do this, and that it's in fact probably one of the safest ways of disabling something like this, that doesn't mean it's easy.
I love that that's a solution. I'm fucking for it.
I like that idea, Nad. I like that a lot. And you know me, I have my cool little quirk. I just bought armor, but I have my little quirk. I could theoretically get close enough to put that spider bot on for you. And say it does fry. Theoretically, I'm pretty chromed up. Could you maybe hook, like, backups to me so I could try to be like your, I don't know, radio in?
Do you even know how to hack?
I can know how to plug stuff in.
Not you. Does anybody here even know their way around a computer?
I know my way around a computer. I am not an expert.
I think I met someone who might be able to as well.
Whoa, what?
Only thing I know is the kid can do some basic stuff.
We had a raccoon.
Harsh.
Cassidy's miscellaneous rank that she got for being a slave was actually computer tech. So we've got at
that's
least
funny.
one point of it.
Well, Ned has the equivalent of 3. It's from his robotics rather than the actual tech skill, so I can't just boost it. But he's got the equivalent of 3. I'm trying to remember how long it would be before he could get 4.
I don't think you can get 4.
So that's
Maybe not.
I guess would that even be a thing, Tim? If could Roko somehow plug himself into it and act as like a conduit?
Yeah,
You'd need
I'd
a
say 100%.
specific opening for it.
You're right,
Yeah.
Duncan. It maxes out at 3.
Yeah, green hole green wire goes in the green hole.
I could do that, and I possibly can get close to it.
We also got bot if you want to use it first.
I'm gonna use the spider bot first.
No, just toss out a pocket bot. You weren't the only one that went shopping.
Oh, well, shit. Yeah, if I could get these inside, we got 2 chances before I have to risk my own hide anyway.
Actually, that's a question I would like to ask Tim from Ned's mind. Does he think, having seen Roko in action with his ungodly, hydraulic arms, that he could actually get any kind of a dent in the armor to the point of breaching it and being able to insert one of these mini robots inside?
He could probably get into a panel system, especially one that isn't an armor system, like the top or one of the joint sections, and get in there.
So you could, Ned could give him like diagrams and instructions, and he could provide the brute force that would
Yeah, and probably pull that top hatch off and get to the access panel. Because it's not going to be
see it
as...
like the Death Star, everything has at least a little bit of a weakness, and if you have enough tech knowledge, you hopefully can exploit that weakness if you can point people to the right part.
Yeah, the problem is going to be if he gets that close and onto it's going to be the anti-infantry systems.
Yep,
So you don't know if it's equipped with a EM field.
sure.
And that'll be the thing to overcome, or the anti-personnel guns to get there. Now, Roko's optical concealment is going to get him a long way. But you also know that weapons like this tend to have EM sensors.
What's the possibility of disabling the anti-infantry weapons?
You could shoot them off, or if you had EM weaponry, you could bring them down temporarily.
How about with the pocket bot and the spider bot? Could either one of them do any kind of remote sabotage if I was part of the sabotaging?
Yeah, if you could find some way to, if it has a wireless uplink somewhere, you might be able to send it bad signals and can at least confuse it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, is like electronic warfare type of...
flood it with signals that aren't there. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so give it false traces, give it uplink identifications, or, just doing a denial of a DDoS attack. You're just pinging it so many times that it can't process all the information and has to start shutting systems down in order to accommodate.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of my other worry, I guess, Ned, and that's a good point, is I'm sure I can overcome the visual side and get on it, but, what if this thing has pressure plates or something and just feels me on it and then just roasts my ass,
And you've got to remember, it might have sensors beyond the visual, and, even though your camouflage field is most impressive, you have to get me one of them. I get yours if you die, by the way. And, that's impressive, but I do think there's technology that could bypass this, and we're talking old world tech here. This is the primo of the height of military technology. So could it have capacity to see things that are, the tech that you're wearing or using was known at the time this tank was created. There would be soldiers utilizing it, and therefore they would have come up with countermeasures.
It sounded more and more like you guys gotta go out there and scout it. Do a test.
Well, yes,
sorting.
we definitely going to need to scout it, and we're going to have to test its capabilities.
I mean, we could always do a test run too. I could just start trying to approach it with my
For sure.
shield. And then if it starts aiming at me, I could probably get out of there. My legs, he'll punch his legs a couple times. Well, they'll just get me out of there, hopefully.
Sure.
What if Hector's, I think? Yeah, they've got a bunch of different computer stuff there. Maybe we can practice there before we go out the table.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I think there might be another shop that has good computing in it too. I can't recall what the name
It's
was.
an actual computer shop north.
Right. With
Wait, what are we looking
a
for?
pretty
I'm
good
sorry.
computer specialist, if I recall from having spoken to him briefly. Maybe we could hire an outside expert.
Oh, awesome.
And tell me, how far out is where this thing is supposed to be?
It's only a few kilometers outside of town. It's definitely
Jesus.
this route it's doing is new. This is something that the Freehold Rangers came across on their normal patrol route. A place they've gone through dozens of times. And it wasn't there last time.
Wonder what put it there.
It could put itself there. If it's true AI, it can do whatever the hell it wants.
But why now? That doesn't
Sure.
seem odd.
Any number of possible reasons, including it's still looking for more things it wants, or it feels like it's explored where it's been and wants to see new places. It's impossible to know what its motives could be. Do we know of any changes in the area that might have attracted such a thing?
Us?
Yeah, I was gonna say us. The loss of the lady with the gun that leaks cancer.
That's true. That's true.
So
What
there
if-
has,
I mean,
Roxfire's done a lot lately. They've been putting out a lot more people. Maybe they pissed something off.
Maybe they pissed something off. Maybe this is their retribution against, their missing prophet or whatever the fuck she called. Where is she?
Oh, she's at the
She's
table.
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still alive? Looks at Django. What the hell, man?
Fun fact. He's wanted for something. I brought my boots onto the table.
She's got a wooden fork or spoon. And she's eating her meal with her cups on.
I will actually ask Cassidy to help feed her.
They're just LARPing as a family. That's weird.
And the fact of the matter is, remember, she kin to somebody of great import. As such, she don't die yet.
Very well. Well, Cassidy. Not Cassidy. I don't care about you. What's the lady's name?
That was
Kane.
Kane.
Kane. Kane? Kane.
Yep, Kane.
Yeah.
She looks up at you.
Do you know anything about this thing?
She sits there. She's chewing dramatically slowly, on a piece of gristly meat, taking her time with it, and making that kind of the upper right look of I'm thinking. Yeah.
Right here.
Yep. Sounds like Maneater.
Oh, it's got a name. And what
Funny name.
is
For a
man?
robot.
She like looks down and opens up her mouth to take another spoonful of food. Slowly chews it again. Dramatic pause.
And don't say Daryl Hall.
A tank.
Okay. Well, yeah, we know that already, but like, what, where, and why, and how?
She takes a breath, thinks about it. It's a holy relic from the pre-war era.
More of this fucking shit.
I don't know why it's so close to the city. Maybe because you
We should be able to
violated
take
the
it out
ruins.
easy then. We should be able to take it out easy. She just gave it to us, man. It's full of holes. It's no problem.
Huh?
Yeah, she said it was a holy weapon or something. It's full of holes, man. It's not good.
Sancho, get your IV back in. You're not doing too good.
Oh man, I'm on a
Bud looks
lot of
confused.
meds. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Here, Sancho, take a hit off this.
Oh,
So you
sweet.
think straight.
Dude, I can see the cosmos.
No, that's just my tie.
Whoa.
Wait, I see it too.
Head to table.
Shit.
So Django is asking. You're just asking her. I mean, no point in asking me in private about the gun
Django's
thing.
not asking anything to her. Remember,
Yeah.
she won't talk to.
Does
No,
he just
I was
put it out to
asking
the
you
table?
from a mechanical standpoint. What does, like, based on his gunsmithing capability, what makes the most sense to minimize the amount of radiation?
Shielding.
Okay. Then that's where I'm going next.
Yeah. The biggest problem is going to be the gas exchange output when the weapon is discharged. That's the problem, is the discharge. What do you do with that initial burst? You basically have a miniature version of the Doom Sphere inside that. It goes off every single time that weapon is discharged.
Wait,
demon
is that
core.
forward?
Talking about
A demon
radiation?
Oh, we
Wait.
got
Radiation.
a new person that might be immune to radiation, huh?
Mechanical finger points in Paragon's face. Skills now. What you can do?
I can shoot.
Yeah. Roko looks at the rest of the party like, get it? That! We don't need to buy shielding. This thing can do it.
I'm not
Okay.
affected by radiation.
Now, allow me to point out a factor you're not taking into consideration. I'll stand up from the table, walk right next to Roko's face, put the gun parallel to his face, not pointing at him. Now, what happens if I have to quick shoot and you are this close to me?
What?
So I put the pistol back in its holster.
What?
Shielding protects the people around the damn gun. It don't matter if the shooter's immune to it. She was immune to most of it.
He should stay away from us if he's gonna shoot it.
Now tell me, how often have we been caught with our pants down in a fight?
I am never surprised. I've never been surprised once. I've won every fight I've ever encountered, and I've come out on top.
You know what?
I don't know why I'm trying to
reach
stop
in
you
the
from
back
buying
and
things.
throw
Do
the
it.
thing on the table. Help yourself. It's y'all's funeral. As I tilt my hat down. Wake me up when you make a decision.
And Django checks out. So you've got the gun.
Roko hands it over to Paragon. Here, maybe get shielding for that. Anyway, yeah, what's our move here, Ned? You're kind of the expert here.
What's our move? Again, we need assessment for one thing. If this individual has information that could be useful, it would be nice. I don't know how likely we'll get good tech data from this individual, but who knows? Miracles could happen. Speaking of miracles, we'd have to successfully and thoroughly scout this, and if it is in fact responding to this one, pointing to Kane, having been captured, we need to do it fast, because Pitford's not going to like us if this thing comes knocking at their door.
Well, it didn't. I don't know if it's gonna do that because the scout got back here alive.
It could be conserving ammo. Remember what I said earlier about having limited ammo?
I remember that, but I guess I failed to. Okay. I'm done
If it
arguing.
wanted them dead, I think they would be dead. It tried to deter them from interfering with it. Now, I'm not a robot psychologist, but I do know a bit about robots. And I look over at the new member, Paragon. What do you think? If the objective of this tank is to do something like retrieve this one that we've captured, would it expend a lot of resources on a minor challenge in its vicinity?
No, it probably would try to do almost nothing. Maybe just run them over.
There
If
you
it's
go.
not even that much of a challenge, why waste ammo?
It's not like it gets points, and it uses little air quotes, points for killing things. It's not a game. So, it's going to stick on target, and it's going to go after its prize. And if that prize is this one, then it's not going to accept anything stopping it.
Sancho, let's set that up. Why do we think it has anything to do with Kane?
Because she knows what it is.
The
Yeah,
timing's
that's just people that know things.
And
I mean,
it's
shit, I know what the
never-
sun is, but it's never after me.
You're absolutely correct. It could have nothing.
Hey, lady, is this part of your group?
She shakes her head as she's like eating on some beans.
There you go. I
Not
have
that
nothing to
beans.
do with her. Head thumps on table again.
I stand corrected.
There's nothing wrong with speculation, Sancho. We're just trying to figure out what something changed. All right, this thing wasn't here before. Now it is.
Feel good. Beans, what did you give me?
I forget what they called it.
Oh, okay. That tricks.
Well, I guess we'll have to figure out something else as to why it's here. But we should probably go on to your plan, Ned, to acquire information to go to a trial phase, I guess.
That's gonna go
Right.
for beans. It's sticky, it's stinky, and it makes me feel good.
Well, you and I obviously would need to be part of such a scouting group. I don't know that everyone does. Who would want to accompany us on such a tremendously dangerous potential suicide mission?
Well, call me a little biased, but I think maybe Colonel. Definitely.
Damn it.
You can move, you can fly fast, and you have the only reliable anti-tank weapon on you.
You seem to forget that you know what? Fuck it.
Just made all that
Okay.
money.
Yeah, he hasn't told everybody about that.
He's gonna be able to buy him well himself back into the flock. He's finally made all his dreams gonna come true. And they're like, "Hey, you want to go fight a tank?"
Just like,
Sure.
yeah.
Hmm.
And what's the worst that could happen? We die?
Well, yeah.
I suppose you're
At least you, Paragon, I might be able to bring back. Just saying.
Yeah, Paragon definitely should too. Again, that weapon's probably also anti-armor.
Good chance. Not familiar with it, but seemed impressive when we saw it used.
I hate to wrangle both of his characters into this, but I think maybe Beans for, so in case one of us gets hurt pretty bad.
That's up to the game
I
master.
can't leave you guys
Yeah.
alone for a minute.
When you guys fight this tank, it's gonna be all characters on deck.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
all right
shit.
then. I
It
was
is a
maneuvering for us to only have one character each. I'm fine with that. Both.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're engaging it right away with this trial run. It
No,
sounds like.
yeah.
No.
You don't have to, yeah. But when you do eventually fight it, it's going to be all of them. that you want to bring. It's going to be again. I'm leaning hard into the Necromunda style of layout. This map where this guy is, I'm going to bring everyone there so you guys can see this, because we're almost done for the night, and I just kind of want to show it off. And I even consider just giving everybody Game Master so that you can edit your tokens to have all their stats in the token, so you don't have to go back and forth to like your game sheet and whatnot.
Oh.
So this map has no grid.
Yep.
And so it is all based off of measurement. And that little token right there is to scale.
Tim, do you have
Pretty big.
a secondary map that is much, much larger in scale? Because we're not going to want to be that close for our scouting mission.
Oh, no. Yeah, for your spying mission, you won't be that close, obviously. This is just the battle map.
Right. And even for the battle map, some of us are not going to want to be anywhere near.
No.
Yeah,
we got
if you have
sniper
somebody
rifles, they should not be
sniping.
near.
No, the problem is with the wastelands, the reason why the map is this close is because of the variety of the terrain.
Sure.
And so it's the idea that the tank itself is moving in areas where you just don't have visibility on it for very, very long.
Right.
don't-
And I expect that we would be trying to bait
Kilometers
it into
reasonable.
bait it to our preferred ground. We might not succeed, so we'd have to have a contingency plan.
Yep.
But to at least attempt to bring it to our preferred kill
Yeah,
zone.
preferred kill zone. Yeah, that's why this is an area with 2 lifted spots.
Yep.
Because I figured that'd be a better kill zone than like you have like rocks here to hide behind. You have a building, and you have elevation above the cannon.
Yep.
So that was the idea for using that. Again, when I was building it, really tried to think of it. All right, I'm making like a Warhammer map where I need to make it balanced for both sides so they have a chance of actually winning. And when I go into the shape, so for the cone, right? So this is its fire projection.
Sure.
So it comes off the center. And so if you're a kilometer away, shooting from a fixed position, you are a lot easier to hit with the turret. But if you're this close, you're really hard to hit with the turret. The turret can also only turn 180 degrees a turn until you start doing damage to it. So each of the different areas themselves actually have different abilities. So this I've changed this monster. Like this is not, it doesn't exist inside Mutant Epoch rules. And what I did is this thing has depleting endurance. So as the endurance goes down, its abilities go down. So for the cannon itself, it starts with 450 endurance, and its accuracy is 100% at that point. And then at 349 to 150, it has 75% accuracy. And then 149 to 0, it has 50% accuracy. Well, 0, it'd have none. For the tank itself, its tracking is 90 degrees around, not 180. And it ignores infantry armor. Its shots can be dodged from the cannon. And there's also a 1% chance that if you have reflective armor, it will reflect the shot. That's going to transfer 3d100 heat to you. And it's it's a big gun.
I haven't played MechWarrior or anything like that, BattleTech, for a very long time. But my recollection of my having done so is that one of the preferred tactics is to circle at extreme speeds because things couldn't track
Correct.
always that fast. And so, what we had presumed was the tactic of Kane, which, like using a motorcycle or something.
Yep.
Could we potentially do something like that to try to draw its fire and therefore potentially protect people that are trying to sneak?
Yep, easily. Because the turret is going to be fixed on whoever's there. Now, the problem is going to be the small guns. The small guns
Right.
have a little bit of a different output. So at 800, it has 800 endurance for its guns, and negative 35 defense value. And at 800 to 600, it has 4 guns. At 599 to 400, it has 3 guns. 399 to 200, it has 2 guns. 199 to 1, it has 1 gun. The strike value of the guns is 95. They're a heavy pulse rifle.
Tim, I've got a question, or a Ned Brain question. What does he think the effect of like paint/tar bombs on sensors would be?
They would completely black them out.
So, like, say we had a flying operative looks over at the flyers, being able to, drop things on it, maybe from high up. Can the infantry rifles point straight up, or the infantry weapons?
Those ones can point every direction for the sake of simplicity. It's just the main turret can't. The main turret also has a lift restriction. It can't shoot at anything above the tank itself. But
again, if we provide a visible target or an obvious, combatant with some threat capability, we could potentially draw its attention such that, flyers could be possibly able to disable one or more
of the optical nests. Yeah.
Of the optical nests, yes.
Yeah. It's got 4 optical nests. And so
that sounds well worth trying.
Yep.
And likewise, if Roko proves able to approach it, that could be an alternate mission besides the ultimate hacking objective, is to make it safer for us by, tar bombing the optical sensors.
Yeah, the way I have this too is that it's also, it's got battery cells, it's robotics, it's vulnerable to EM bursts, it's vulnerable to heat pulses, it's vulnerable to flashbangs, because again, it's an eyeball. Yeah. So it's vulnerable to all the things an eyeball's vulnerable to. It just has a wider band of vision. There's just 4 of them. And you gotta kill all 4 of them for it to not be seeing, so it can't see anything anymore. Its DV is only a 10. If you're trying to shoot it, its DV is treated as if it's an eye.
As a what?
As an eye for a called shot.
Oh, as an eye, yeah.
Yeah, but if you're throwing a grenade at it, its DV is only a 10. Because you're not doing a called shot, that's an area. So if you're doing like a paint bomb.
Okay, yeah.
Good idea.
That was another tactic in Car Wars too. So I was like,
paint bombs.
Yay! I wonder if we can bring back Car Wars.
Hell yeah. No, I thought about all of that as well. So when I was writing it all up, I wanted low-tech ways to be able to disable stuff. So I was pretty careful with like how I was balancing it. I mean, you could even like lead it into, like, if you want to modify this map that you bleed it into, it's like, yeah, we want to dig a trench somewhere. We just draw it in.
Yeah.
And so, like, again, you're going to be able to pick your battlefield because you already know it moves slow, and it doesn't chase you. It has like a circuit it's doing.
Right.
Right, but sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's time to go. But I was just like, one last thought, given its probable strength, does Ned think that anything similar to, trying to trip it with like really strong chain or super strong wire could be possibly done? Like if you had a flyer that like harpooned one leg and then flew around it.
Yeah, like you're trying to bring down an AT-AT.
Yeah, exactly.
I could definitely see some like disabling its legs. It's going to be able to right itself, but it's you can definitely disable it for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of cordage to tensile strength for that.
That's the trouble, is finding something that could do it realistically, or that it would last, for more than just a second.
Yeah.
But, we are in Pitford. If something has been scavenged like that, it would be here that we would look.
Man, if only we had a laser sword.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
Nah, I can just rip things open. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I got metal hands, baby.
Laser chainsaw, just right through it.
Like those, chainsaw robots.
You ever watch Titan AE?
Yeah, yes, I have.
Those things, yeah, the ship
Yeah.
cutters.
Those would be perfect.
Yeah, actually, Ned's going to be thinking about all the work he's done on the Sandcrawler and thinking, okay, we had to work on this beast. We had to get underneath the armor at times.
Yeah,
How the
plasma
fuck
cutters.
did we do it? Yeah, how the fuck did we do that? And how the fuck could we maybe take that applied knowledge and sabotage this other beast because the armors are going to be similar?
Yeah, plasma cutter would do it.
There you go.
They've got a portable plasma cutter if you want to borrow it. I mean, it's the laser torch. It's right there inside the the relic weapons.
Yep. So again, we got multiple tactics to be,
To exploit.
investigating. We want to have multiple tactics. We're going to need a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, and probably a plan E too.
Okay. So for as far as what we're doing, we'll probably get into that first scout next week. Unless unless we got too many people with appointments. Well, I know it's summertime and all sorts of stuff goes on. That brings us to the end of session, whatever session we're on right now. It's in the YouTube. 17.
17, 18.
Yeah, no, 17. We're going to keep doing this. Session 17 in YouTube. Session 18 in reality. So we can balance the scales on that one somehow. Oh, God. Right, so that's Mutant Epoch. You can buy the Mutant Epoch from drive-thrurpg.com. There is a link in the description, along with a link to the Discord if you want to join us in our wild conversations over there. We've been having good fun with some of the world building stuff. We got one guy who's came up with a dragonfly praying mantis combination, and I'm like, let's make it bigger, let's make it meaner. So that's been my my bent lately, is that I'm going to keep adding power creep to everything because I want to see how far into stupid Super Saiyan levels of absurdity we can get. Right, thank you guys for playing. I appreciate all of you, and everybody else have a good night. I'm cutting stream.
Peace out.